Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
You identify as black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African-American woman, or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but...
That's a little younger, I guess? Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African-American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
She's the black woman who isn't black. The white woman who filed a lawsuit against a predominantly black university, alleging they wouldn't consider her for enrollment because she was white. The 5-year-old who claims she was coloring herself using a brown crayon, that her father says never happened. And in the end, the media sensation that has plenty of pathetic pundits falling all over themselves to find truth, enlightenment, and social relevance in an ever-sagging bag of lies. From the web pages of Mediaite and co-host of the Daily Wrap here on Newsmax at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, let's welcome Joe Concha back to the hard line. Joe, here we go. At the end of the day, this is just someone who seems to be jobbing the system, just using the media as best as she can. And I think what's really entertaining is just watching certain members of the pundit media just fall over themselves, trying desperately to find a way to make this a monstrous social event.
Yes, you must be talking about Michael Eric Dyson of MSNBC, who actually said that more people would support Dolezal than would support Clarence Thomas. Which, you know, of course, this always has to go back to being a red and blue issue, right? Somehow it's now Republican, Democrat that this woman lied about her skin color and profited from it because she taught a course on African American studies and also filed a discrimination suit against a university as a white woman. In the fact that we're giving her attention, this is just an extension of the gender controversy in terms of, is it a woman? Is it a man? Is it white? Is it black? We have dumbed down our dialogue so much. It's embarrassing, Ed. I don't know what to say. I don't find too much interest in this story. She lied, she got caught, and now it's a media sensation. Go figure.
Well, I think that's the next thing. There's two parts there that you mentioned. First of all, the fact that she profited from this, which is being so conveniently overlooked in all this. No one goes back to that. No one talks about it. The parents have gone back, said that everything is false to the back end of this. Yet still, it has to be about race and what's wrong with it. There's something wrong with this, Joe, because there are certain members of the media, certain shows that want to make this woman a hero. And I fail to find it. You mentioned one. I'll go to Melissa Harris Perry, whom I think is driving the clown bus these days. I mean, she really has got full control when it comes to trying to decide whether or not, is she cis black? Is she transgender black? Is she Stop, please. I mean, that's where everybody always wants to see to put a label on it, Joe, and they're failing miserably.
Yeah, we have to check off boxes with everything now, right? And even this presidential election that's coming up, and no one wants to elect Hillary because Hillary Clinton is a great woman, that she's accomplished a lot in her life in terms of accomplishments as a senator, accomplishments as first lady, accomplishments obviously as secretary of state. It's simply to check off a box that it's a woman. But we have to make sure also that we check off the Latino box in terms of who her vice presidential candidate could be. Or on the Republican side, Marco Rubio, if he doesn't get the nomination, well, he has to get the vice presidential nomination because, or at least be chosen as vice president, because that checks off a box. And now the boxes have subsets. So it's no longer that you're black, you're trans black, or all the things that you just listed that
and there's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as trans black. It doesn't exist. Right. It's simply just a made-up phrase that someone, and I already mentioned her name, I don't want to even give her any more attention here, has already brought to the fore here. The thing about it is, I mean, there are black people I've spoken with who are enraged at this, who said she didn't live our experience. There's no way that she can even claim that. If you want to live it, if you want to dress it, whatever it is, but you cannot identify with it. Everybody's trying to do the right thing on race, and you're right, it comes down to a left and a right issue as we get closer to 2016.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And here's the thing, Ed, also, we can't go now a day, 2 days of a news cycle without talking about race in some capacity. Ferguson, Baltimore, McKinney, you know, now this story. It's just every other day we're obsessed with it. And it's because it rates, because it's just so easy. White, black, and just to play that narrative over and over again and book two guests that argue about it. All I know is that when President Obama came in office, and I'm not blaming him in any capacity, but things were supposed to get better, and now it's just deteriorated so much under this presidency for whatever reason. I don't know why that is exactly, but now here we are, it's 2015, and if we get attacked by an ISIS or somebody, we're going to look back at these news cycles where we talked about all this crap, and it's crap. We're going to say, we can't believe we were actually focused on that instead of the more important things that we should be focused as the news media. So
one of the things is we have to continue to tell ourselves that, look, we just saw somebody holding up a poster saying integrity matters. Integrity matters, truth matters, facts matter. If someone's a liar, call it, walk away, and let's see if we can move on from there. Well done, Mr. Concha. You and I are kindred souls on this one. I never thought we'd find that, but there it is. Don't forget the Daily Wrap weeknights. There you go. Weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Daily Wrap. Make sure you catch Joe Concha and the entire crew there. Joe, thanks a lot for joining us, my friend.
Thanks, Eddie. Have a good one.
All right, take care, bud. Telling It Like It is next, interpreting the Hillary Clinton relaunch.